Between 1968 and 1969, a killer terrorized Northern California. He didn't just operate in the shadows. He stepped into the light, not through violence alone, but through fear, mystery, and carefully crafted messages. He called himself the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac is known to have murdered at least 5 people, though in his taunting letters, he claimed many, many more. His confirmed attacks were brutal and chillingly calculated. He targeted young couples in quiet, public places, lovers' lanes, lakeside parks locations. That felt safe until they suddenly, tragically, weren't. These were places of peace that he transformed into scenes of absolute terror. But what truly separated the Zodiac from other criminals of the era, what cemented his place in the annals of true crime, was his obsessive need for attention. He didn't just want to commit these horrific acts. He wanted everyone to know he did it. He craved the spotlight, the fear, and the infamy that came with it. He began sending letters directly to major newspapers like the San Francisco Chronicle. These weren't simple confessions. They were handwritten notes filled with chilling threats, strange, cryptic symbols, and complex ciphers. He included details only the killer could know, proving their authenticity beyond any doubt. Some of these ciphers were clearly meant to be solved, a game he was playing with law enforcement and the public. Others were simply meant to intimidate, to spread his reign of terror far beyond the physical crime scenes. A demandé publication, threatening more violence if his letters weren't printed on the front page. The media, and by extension the entire Bay Area, became his unwilling accomplices. The ciphers themselves were a masterclass in psychological warfare. The first, a 408-symbol cryptogram, was solved within a week by a schoolteacher and his wife. The decoded message was a rambling, misspelled confession that offered no real clues to his identity. But it did establish his twisted persona. He spoke of collecting slaves for the afterlife. Other ciphers, however, baffled even the most brilliant minds at the FBI and NSA for decades. The infamous 340 cipher remained unsolved for over 51 years, a testament to the intricate and bizarre nature of his mind. It wasn't until 2020 that a team of private citizens finally cracked it, revealing more of his taunting, egotistical ramblings. The investigation into the Zodiac Killer was one of the largest in California's history. It involved local police departments, state authorities, and eventually the FBI. But the killer was always one step ahead. He left behind frustratingly few physical clues. Eyewitness descriptions were often conflicting. He was described as a heavy-set man, sometimes wearing glasses, sometimes wearing a bizarre executioner-style hood. The investigation generated hundreds, even thousands, of potential suspects over the years. But every lead, every promising person of interest, eventually led to a dead end. No arrest was ever made. As the years turned into decades, evidence degraded. Witnesses' memories faded, and the case grew colder and colder. What remains today is a profound and unsettling uncertainty. Who was he? Was he a brilliant, methodical genius, or just a lucky, sadistic opportunist? Why did he stop sending letters in the late 1970s? Did he die? Was he imprisoned for another crime? Or did he simply decide his reign of terror was complete? Or perhaps, the most chilling thought of all, did he ever truly stop? The Zodiac case is now studied as one of America's most infamous unsolved crimes. It has inspired books, movies, and countless online forums where amateur sleuths continue to hunt for answers. But it is important to remember that this is just a fascinating puzzle or a piece of dark folklore. Behind every cipher, every headline, and every theory were real people: David Betty Lou Jensen, Darlene Ferrin, Cecilia Shepard, and Paul Stein. They were sons, daughters, friends, and partners whose lives were stolen from them. Their stories, their humanity, deserve to be remembered without the shadow of fear or the glamour of fascination. The Zodiac Killer was never caught. The mystery may never be solved, but the truth of the tragedy remains clear. The enigma should never overshadow the victims. Their lives mattered far more than his identity ever will. Thanks for watching. And if you have any information on any cold case, please contact the relevant authorities.